What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, my sister Diamond.
What's up?
And my brother Derek.
What's up?
And today we're going to be talking about the rise of the Planet of the Apes. The first movie in the new trilogy. I want to put quotes around new, but it's the newest version of the Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
But they also have a chronological order where you can watch it with, like, compared to the older movies as well. So this still would be
so the older movies still happen? They're just after this?
Yeah. Because the older movies really don't explain on, like, how...
But it does, though, because did you know there was more than one? There was a sequel to the original old movie?
No.
I thought it was just the first one.
Yeah, right.
Planet
And
of the
then
Apes.
didn't he find the Statue of Liberty and realize that he was on Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other movies.
Yeah, there's other movies.
I had no idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're talking about my random movie facts, but since Derek brought it up.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think y'all...
Early random movie facts.
I didn't think y'all would have paid attention
There's
to that.
a movie called Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, which I believe is the fourth
What?
movie.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And that one sort of explains where the apes, I want to call
Did
them
anyone
monkeys,
watch
but
that?
people would get angry.
Yeah.
Well, they're apes. I mean,
But you know how people be. So basically this movie takes the plot of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that movie was like the fourth in line.
Yeah.
And then basically Caesar was a circus monkey who got separated from the circus and in prison or whatever.
Okay.
And I don't know if the original movies had like a human disease. Is that what I'm telling humans? I don't know if they made it
I
up
feel
for
like
this
that was
movie.
new for this one.
Okay. I've never seen none of these movies, and I really thought Planet of the Apes was a one-off.
Yeah, I didn't know there
Yeah,
were
no.
4. That's
Yeah,
weird.
It's so if you count these 3 in the trilogy, then it was 4. Then I want to say Tim Burton did a movie too.
He did. I forgot about it until I started looking.
Yeah. So there's a total of 8 movies in this
Wow.
universe, quote unquote.
Well, no, because they're different. Because this
is a soft
trilogy
reboot,
is
right?
a reboot. Yeah. This
Yeah,
trilogy
they said
was
it's a soft reboot. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a reboot. So I think the old movies are connected, and maybe Mark Wahlberg's movies connected to the old ones.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't see Mark Wahlberg's version either.
No, I haven't seen that. Although I would say this is probably makes more sense than the other movies.
I mean,
Well, it was like in the other movies, the apes were already ruling at that point.
Yeah.
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 Cause yeah, it started at that, and then I think the next two sort of like still that battle between them and humans or whatever. Then I think the fourth one sort of explained what happened. But people really seem to like the original movies. I've never seen them, so
I haven't.
It has
I
a
don't
cult
have a
following.
desire to.
I mean, I've heard that at least
you know
if
how I
nothing
feel
else,
about these old movies, okay?
I know, and I'm gonna force you to watch an old movie because old movies can be good. I don't know what your
well,
issue is.
And they're
Sure,
really
you got
old
ones.
too, because I want to say this came out in the 70s.
68 was the first one.
Okay. I was thinking 72, but that probably
72 is the movie that this movie was
based
took the
off of.
plot
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So that's where I saw 72 at. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, The Rise of the Planet of the Apes came out in 2011, which, gosh, these movies that I didn't think came out so long ago. I mean, that's 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So yes, 2011, and I think it takes place in that same time period, right? Yeah, maybe.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
There's no
Why
reason
not?
for it not to.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're using chimpanzees as test subjects for medical things, which is
What they
something
do.
that they do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can argue if it's humane or not. I can see your argument.
I can say it's not, but
It's
I
not.
mean, I think it's better than testing it on people.
Well, yeah, and for some things, you do need to test. And if they're trying to cure a disease, I don't know.
I don't know what else you do.
Yeah, what else do you do?
Yeah. Both sides have valid points.
Yeah. So, but that's what's happening. And it just so happens that they're trying to cure Alzheimer's, which,
because his dad is extremely ill.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they have something that can repair brain cells.
But yeah,
Okay. All right. So that's what they're working on. And one of the apes that they tested on is pregnant.
Which,
They should have known that.
yes. Like, y'all are all doctors, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know she was
Ain't
pregnant?
none of y'all know this. Y'all didn't run no baseline blood tests on these animals. I'm like, you gotta do that, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in order to get data, you got to take the baseline,
Exactly,
right?
Like
Yeah.
where you started and where you are later. So
There's a
ain't
lot of
none
scientific problems with this movie. As a non-scientist, that I noticed as we continue on throughout this movie.
Yeah, but problem number one is not noticing a pregnant ape.
Yes.
And that she gave birth.
Yeah, how did she give birth and nobody noticed?
Yeah, y'all got cameras up in here. Y'all
Yeah,
ain't seen none
it
of
is. There's cameras everywhere.
So you ain't see her pop that baby out?
Right.
Nope. She was hiding under the bench.
Absolutely ridiculous. There's just no way they did not know this.
Mm-hmm.
Either that you're all bad at your jobs and should not be making medicine for people with brain injuries.
Oh, they're bad at their jobs.
They
Very
are.
bad.
Very bad.
They're very
Very
bad at
bad.
their jobs.
I'm gonna get to it in the future, but we try to paint James Franco as, a protagonist in this movie. He's not. He's not.
You know what I don't like about this movie?
Yeah.
It's like, am I supposed to feel bad for both Caesar and him? Because I feel bad for neither one of them. I mean, like, I guess it's like you're.
Well, I don't think you're
rooting
supposed to
for
feel
Caesar or
bad
something,
for
right?
Caesar. At the end, he triumphs, right?
Yeah, no.
But what I'm saying, like, are we supposed to be rooting for him? Because I'm not.
What, Caesar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as a human, no, I'm not rooting for Caesar. I mean, I guess, yeah, cool. I get where you're going with Caesar, but I don't want apes to take over. So, yeah, it's kind of a duality there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt for James. James, right?
Yeah, James Franco.
Right, because his brother's John. James Franco.
His brother is not John.
I don't even know about his brother.
Isn't his brother was the dude that was in Scrubs?
Is it? No.
The newer Scrubs.
Who has watched the newer Scrubs?
Yeah. Yeah. That's his brother.
Is his name Dave?
Dave Franco?
I don't think it's John.
I would look that up.
Anyhow, he's looking at
I was feeling for
you
it.
can feel bad for James Franco because of the condition of his father. You can understand where he's coming from on a lot of things, especially when you have conditions like Alzheimer's.
Yes.
It's a real tough thing to deal with,
Yeah, I get that. I'm all for you trying to find a cure for this.
Yeah. And that's what they were working on. And apparently they found something that worked because the pregnant ape with bright eyes was her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the green. You were correct. It is Dave.
Thank you. John Franco.
Bright Eyes had scored a really high score on one of those tests with the little peg things.
Yeah. She did 20 moves.
Mm-hmm. And the perfect score is 15.
Yeah.
All right, so here's my thing. You got one ape that did really good, right?
Yes.
And then he goes into the CEO's office and is like, "We're done. We're ready for human trials." I'm like,
I feel like they do that in real life, though.
No, you don't.
No, they do not.
You have to figure out why it worked with this one ape.
Exactly. And then is that the same thing you gave to other ones? Is she the only one that got that particular formula? Do you need to give it to all the
So
other
now
ones?
we need another one, give them the same formula and see if we get similar results.
Otherwise,
you cannot
it
go
doesn't
off
work.
of one.
Yeah.
That's not how
absolutely.
science works.
Just
I know you're not
absolutely ridiculous.
supposed to,
And then
but
what
I feel
doesn't
like
make-
in some things
No,
they
they
do
don't.
rush.
They absolutely not.
For something like this, you won't.
Yeah,
right?
what's the rush?
I mean, I don't see why there
I can
was
see why
a rush.
James Franco rushes. But
Yeah.
is he the only scientist in that building? I'm
Right.
really confused.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then what gets me is when what's that guy's name? Jacobs was like, we need to do another trial. And he's like, no, it's ready now. But then fast forward in the future when we came down to A113,
I'm going to talk about that.
Franco was like, no, we need to test this some more.
Right, and
We
he was
don't
like,
know
no,
how it's going to
it's
act
ready.
in humans.
I'm
So,
going to talk about that. Once we get to that part of the movie, I got some
It's
things
just-
to say about that
I
part.
mean, yeah. So it's just all of a sudden
Yeah.
like, you're not making any sense.
Yeah. There was a lot of contradictory going on.
Yeah, so anyhow, after this one ape does one test, like, let's not forget, like, she did one cognitive test. Really good. I get it. It's like, wow, we got a chimpanzee that solved this in 20 moves. That's incredible. Let's give her a tic-tac-toe board or something. I don't know. Let's figure out something else. You're just like she's better, she's smarter because of this. But anyhow, before they can show it to their shareholders, she breaks out of the room and attacks people because she was protecting her kid. Once again, how do you guys not see this before it happens?
Well, they should have. And also, this is a lab facility. You telling me y'all ain't never have an animal breakout before? You had nothing set up.
They were late to everything.
Just like, you should be ready for this. One, when she was acting aggressive the first time.
Why did they still try to take her out? Was the question. She grabbed dude's arm into there, right?
Yeah.
She's being real aggressive.
Yeah.
Why
you trank her then?
And then you're like, okay, we're going to get the little head harness thing to hold. I'm like, that was a stupid idea. I think we leave her in the room for now and figure out what's going on.
Or, I don't know.
If you need to take her out, because I guess they were taking her out for more testing.
Right, okay.
Well,
but
they
my
wanted
thing
to bring her for the demonstration?
Why would they need her
No,
for
it
the
wasn't for
demonstration?
that. Nah.
Because why would you need her in person for that?
Yeah, no, it wasn't for that, no.
But whatever they were doing,
I think it was for more testing.
She nearly whips the guy's arm off, and then you said, okay, this time we just going to get the rope. First of all, have a
even if you do get the rope,
there's
someone standing there with a trank.
Exactly. Just didn't make any sense.
Also,
and then,
I don't think you can hold a chimp with one of those. Can you hold a chimp with that? I don't think
it seemed like not something that they should be using.
Yeah.
I guess we would have to ask a zoologist. But
I don't know. There's a little zoo show I used to watch, but I usually watch them move like tigers and things. They usually put them to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not risking that. And even then, it does go crazy. But, so, like, that was dumb. And then, like, the facility didn't have any measures or precautions in place if an animal got out.
Yeah, like, is there some doors we can lock or whatever?
You're a lab
Everything's
with
glass.
Animals in it. Yeah, and then also, wouldn't the lab be far away from the place where all the people is?
True.
Like, she should never have been able to get out of the lab and then also get into the conference room.
Well, yeah, because like in real life, there would be so many locked doors you would have to get through.
Exactly. Like, no one could just stroll into the lab, which means she should not have been able to just get out.
Yeah. I mean, I have been in regular buildings that your key card don't let you out on every floor.
Yeah.
So it's like a lab. Come on.
Yeah.
It would have been so many secured doors.
When that dude
it wouldn't have been that many stuff made out of glass with just glass.
Well, when that dude pressed that red button, that should have like locked the lab down. Bam. She can't get out. Now she's contained in this area and we'll just hunt her down.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous. Well, she dies because she breaks into the boardroom and then the security shoots her. And then they're like, oh my gosh, she was just protecting her kid. Once again, I'm like, yeah,
but at that point it's too
maybe
late.
You should have figured that out first.
It really seems like that's something you should have known.
Yeah. So anyhow, they but somehow they're still shutting it down because they think the 112 is what made her aggressive.
Which one?
Yes.
When you find out if that was actually the case first?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, you're talking about a wild animal got aggressive.
They do,
like,
especially since you have them in solitary.
Well, see, and that's the thing. They didn't find out about the baby after they already put
okay, you can bring it up.
It doesn't even matter if she had a kid or not. You're going to shut down an entire testing division to making a medicine that will benefit millions of people because one animal went crazy?
Right.
Without even proving
which
that
I'm
was
pretty
actually
sure
the
that
case?
happens often.
It doesn't make any sense. You have no proof this is what caused.
Well, yeah, that goes back to us saying that you needed more than one thing.
Exactly.
So, like, if that happened, you would need to have multiple test subjects to see, do they all start getting aggressive after being on 112?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you had no proof that was the case. It's like, oh, we're shutting it down. Makes no sense. And then they shut it down, but it still was plenty for James Franco to steal. Which, by the way,
no, he still allowed him to work on it. I think it was just that I don't.
But no, he was supposed to be working on other stuff apparently.
I don't
know. That study was done.
Yeah, they said they were done. So last time I checked, you just can't walk out with stuff from a lab.
Well, you definitely can't. He broke.
No,
some
you
rules
cannot.
There. So anyhow, James Franco, as the idiot that he is, again, I'm going to talk about some more science stuff. So he's like, this works. Again, as the scientist, after you had one test subject that solved one cognitive problem, just Again, there was a lot of ones in this.
Yeah.
So you're like, it works. You're convinced it does because of that for some reason. Maybe it was just a smart ape. I don't know. Like, but
yeah, I would
okay.
like to see some before and afters.
Yeah. So he takes it and he gives it to his father. Oh, well, he takes the baby monkey home first.
Right. Yeah, he raises it, blah,
Caesar.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
They get super attached.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he noticed on how quickly.
Okay,
He
no, he
catches
did study
on.
more. I'm sorry.
Yeah, before he gave it to his
But
dad.
he was
Yeah.
doing it at home, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it got shut down. Right, he did. But even then, I would still...
Well, my thing is, why the approach that he took with Caesar, that's how they should have did with his mom. It's just like, okay, we're ready. But he took his time with Caesar. Like with Caesar, it was 3 or 4 months went by.
No, it was years.
It was 3 years.
3 years. So
Okay.
yeah, he studied his development and his IQ
Yeah, so
was
that's when he
continuously
realized, like,
increasing.
okay, A112 is the reason why, blah. Which I get, which means, I don't know, I would have found a way.
You could have taken that
But
back
that
and
was
said,
3
this is why we need more testing.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't do that. Because then he comes back when his father is sick again. And he's saying, like, oh, no, it works. And then, oh, boy just takes his word for it.
He did just take his word. We'll get to that again. That's that whole stupid transition.
Right. But my thing is, the instant Caesar started developing extreme intelligence,
He could have
you
approached
take
him
him
then.
back. Exactly.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
And if he still wants to hide the monkey, he could still do it.
Yeah, like, it didn't
Because
make
he didn't explain to him on how he found out about it before. He just said, I was giving it to my dad.
You can bring the data back. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
if
you
have
can
the
bring the
attachment,
data
you
back.
probably don't want Caesar in for.
Yeah,
the,
but yeah, it didn't make any. The entire time I'm thinking, like, well, why wouldn't you go back to the lab with this?
Yeah, but or he could have just tested on another ape. I mean, I like
would have.
Yeah.
like if you don't, I understand they have the attachment to Caesar, so
Right.
like bringing him into a lab and subjecting him
Exactly.
to all that,
No.
Yeah.
you don't want to do. So like, yeah. There's plenty of 112 around apparently because you were giving your dad doses as you stole. First of all, is there inventory at this lab?
I'm saying you cannot just
No
walk
one-
out with
No
stuff
one
from labs.
noticed
There's
years of
definitely
112 being stolen.
Yeah,
Okay.
There's definitely inventory.
it's ridiculous.
Why were they still making it?
Yeah,
Yeah, because it was supposed to have been another
right.
project,
But it
right?
seemed like there was a whole crate of it.
So anyhow, he gives it to his dad, which was extremely dangerous and dumb.
Yes.
That was, I mean, I get like he was like losing it, but
Yeah, like you have no idea what would happen when you gave it to him.
yeah. So fortunate for this idiot scientist, it did work. Kind of. We'll get to how it didn't.
Yeah.
Which is why you probably needed to do testing before.
Yes.
Then you would have found out, but whatever. So it did work, and his dad improved and stuff, which that's cool. Also, why did question at the point that you saw this immediate improvement in your father after he took it? Now let's set aside all the ethical problems of what you've done. You're definitely fired, but why would you not bring in this data?
Exactly.
Now.
Again.
Yeah.
Another thing, instant improvement. So that was 5 years, right? 5 years he got his dad back.
Mm-hmm.
At no point did you take that data back to the lab.
Why wouldn't you? You could have probably gotten it approved for human trials.
Right. He only went back when it stopped working.
Which is dumb.
Then he tells Jacobs, oh, I need to work on this again, blah, blah, blah. You had 5 years. You could have been working on it.
Yeah.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then you going to tell Jacobs, you like making money. He could have been making money for 5 years off the drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even though it eventually stopped working, 5 years is a good amount of time to get your father back.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You also have to have human trials too.
Yeah.
Because that was
also,
the
if you had taken
which
this data
that
back to the lab,
also
you might have figured out what would happen before the drug stopped working, and y'all could have worked on improving it rather than the stupid way you decided to improve it later on, which we'll get to. So cool. His father's doing better. Now we got to address Caesar. He is a wild animal. There is a reason why most places will not allow you to have these animals as pets, especially chimpanzees.
Yes.
I've talked to you guys plenty of times about some of this stuff because I watch random YouTube videos about how dangerous chimpanzees are.
They're an aggressive animal.
Yes.
And
and they're stronger than you, by the way. We'll
Yeah.
just let you know.
Yeah, and I don't want a people-sized pet.
Yeah.
Like you said, like him and Caesar's the same height. I'm cool on that.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I don't know.
And they're incredibly strong.
With James Franco, I'm like, where did you think this was gonna go? Like, you have Caesar. He's intelligent, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you think he was gonna eventually feel while you taking him to the park on a leash and stuff?
Exactly. When he like living in the attic and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, am I a pet? You are.
when you start bringing in sentience, like, I mean, like he's an intelligent species now.
Yeah. Just bad all around. And then his girl tried to tell him that, like, you can't keep him. It was gonna end badly regardless.
Yeah. Well, it did end badly because as his father starts going off the deep end again, I want to talk about the neighbor too. But he gets in the neighbor's car and messes it up. Now, Mr. Neighbor, how long have they been your neighbor?
At least 8 years.
Okay. All right. Cool. You didn't know this man had Alzheimer's?
He definitely did. Mm-hmm.
So why, and you know what? I'm not even going to say this is unrealistic because people will do this today. But I'm like, what's wrong with you when I understand that your nice Mustang got messed up? I would be upset. But if I realize, like, I don't know, if my neighbor's 7-year-old hopped in my car, which was running on the street for some reason,
with the door wide open, and this dude in the kitchen washing dishes or something.
Yeah, I didn't get that part.
I was just like, this makes no sense. Who leaves their car like that? And then not only should he have known that the old man was sick, if I find an old man in his PJs in my car, I'm instantly going to think something's not right with that guy.
Something happened.
Something's not right with him.
And my insurance is going to cover the repairs to the car.
Like, regardless, so I'm not going to start yelling at an old person.
Yeah, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
I mean, I would call 911.
Right, but I'm not going to start yelling at an old person, whether I knew he was ill or not. And then neighbor dude knows he's sick.
Yeah.
At least he should.
Yeah.
So idiot neighbor guy gets his own finger bitten off because he was an idiot. Well, anyhow, so Caesar sees him attacking. What's the father's name? I don't know.
I don't know James Franco's name. What's James Franco's name?
That's true. I don't know his name.
I just wrote down Joe in my notes.
Okay.
I can't remember their names either, and their names were definitely said throughout.
I remember Caesar's name, Jacobs, Koba.
Yeah.
Franklin is the other idiot scientist guy.
Franklin is the idiot scientist guy.
Yeah.
No, he's the ape handler. It's not very good.
But Franklin is dumb for so many reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So anyhow,
Caesar gets very protective.
Obviously.
As he would, and he reacted as a chimpanzee would, because even though he's intelligent, I mean, he's still angry. I get angry. We act out of just natural instinct.
Some crazy man tried to beat up my dad.
So he bit his finger off because he kept sticking his finger in his chest. So no more finger for you.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So of course, Caesar now has to go into the animal control facility.
Right, protection, whatever. Which, by the way, y'all ain't know this place wasn't legit. Come on now.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
seriously.
Because honestly, in real life, they would have put him down.
Well, they did say.
Yeah, they
said
did
you'd be glad that
they didn't.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how he got away with that one. But then why did they send him to the zoo or something?
He probably got away with that one because he wasn't being aggressive. Like, he has stopped being aggressive already.
Okay, fair.
So when they showed up, if he's not being aggressive, they're probably not.
I don't know if that's true though.
I don't know.
No.
I feel like if
he bit a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if he's calm now, it don't matter.
Yeah.
He bit dude's finger off.
Oh, he was fortunate.
I mean, like, really. I mean, I guess, the movie has to happen.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not impossible, but like, yeah,
It's
he's
not, but
working.
I kind of feel like protocol, at least here, anyways.
Yeah, he's getting put down.
Yeah.
Well, so he gets put in with the other chimpanzees. Of course, he doesn't fit in,
Of course. And
Yeah.
they don't like him.
and they don't like him. He's wearing clothes, and they don't like them clothes. And then, of course, the people watching the chimpanzees are D-bags.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm like, I don't know, like, what kind of person you have to be. I know is the ones that like you just have to have some kind of power, and the only kind of power you could have is to be over these animals.
But why do you even have this animal facility if you like? Obviously, you hate this job. You don't like these animals. Why do you have a monkey jail?
Money.
Are you
get paid
really
for
getting that much money out of it?
I don't know.
And then why is there so many apes in there? Does that many people have
Yeah.
random
And there's
apes in
3
their house?
workers in there.
It just doesn't make any sense why this place exists.
Well, that's where they take the apes.
How many people have random apes?
Maybe it's the I don't know. I have no answer for that.
Okay.
Maybe too many.
And why wouldn't they go to the zoo?
Well, you can't put him in the zoo.
Yeah, no,
You
you
could put
won't.
Caesar in the zoo.
No, if it's an animal that needs to be put down, no.
No, he attacked somebody. They're not putting him in the zoo. Now, if they just took him from him, like, hey, you're not supposed to have this exotic
yes.
animal.
But because he's aggressive,
Aggressive, yes, yeah.
they're
he
not going
would,
to send him to the zoo.
right, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Now, if it was taken from someone, then yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know zoo take rescue animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's a mean ape. Okay, get out of here. They're all mean.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Orangutans aren't that mean.
Mm,
I mean, you still get messed up by one.
I don't know. In my research, the only animal in this movie that is not naturally aggressive was cobra. Oddly enough, because cobra is a bombo, whatever.
Really?
Anyways,
Oh.
they're not aggressive.
Hmm.
Even though they made him aggressive in the movies,
Yeah.
those types are
I
not
don't mess with
aggressive.
Cobra, especially in the second.
Well, maybe it's because
I think it's a
he
vulnerable.
adored the most, though.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
I
he
understand
looked real
why,
messed up.
like,
Yeah.
he-
I was like, what were they testing on him?
flamethrower.
Yeah, I was like, jeez.
I don't
They're
know what
like,
they
let's
were
see
doing.
how this boxing glove works on your face real quick, Cobra. like, I'm
Yeah.
like, why does he look so messed up? If I was Cobra, I'd be mad too.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so he has to deal with that. I mean, that's the only interesting part. This is where I say this movie to me felt a little boring.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially in the second act. Because really it's Caesar dealing with the being in that facility.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of it with James Franco is just not
Not needed.
important or needed.
Actually, his character is not needed for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, after he loses out and after Caesar's like, yo, I found my people, I ain't coming back with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We don't need James Franco anymore.
Yeah. Those are a couple of good scenes.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
and
just
like
closes the gate back
the
on.
other stuff, even though it was a little slow, and I guess we could probably deal without the evil zoo people.
Yeah.
Seeing Caesar's rise to leadership and then realizing these animals are dumb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because trying to get them to
work together.
work
Yeah.
together.
So that was interesting. Now that you put it, and see, it's when I first watched this movie 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, that was interesting, and I enjoyed it. This time watching it, I was like, I'm bored, but I get why, because it was interesting to see him
They could
do
sped
that.
it up a little.
But now I already know what happens, so I'm
Right.
like, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, but I can see how they could have cut some of these scenes down a little bit to.
yeah.
I mean, even then the movie's not long, but
Well, anyhow, Caesar almost gets killed by the leader before they sedate them both. But then he used his brains. It's like, if you can't beat someone, get the biggest guy there to beat him. So he lets the gorilla free, which they never let out of the cage, apparently. Isn't that like not a lot where you just
I
gonna
mean,
leave
that's
the...
when they thinking that the
because
gorilla
they can't
would
control them.
hurt all the other ones, and then he's really
The gorilla
strong.
is less aggressive than the chimpanzees.
But maybe if he gets out, he can destroy everything. I don't know.
Well, Caesar lets him out. The gorilla plays, and he's like, all right, we cool now. All right, you know, I'm for it. He
Yeah.
dies later. It's sad. All right, so... So then Caesar uses that to sneak attack the leader, which is kind of funny. Because he just like whacked him upside the head with that. Why is there like a gas can in there?
I don't know.
But yeah, that was funny. Also, yeah, evil zoo people being evil.
Mm-hmm.
For reasons.
Yeah, he like takes girls there and shows his
Like-
power over the apes. I'm like, is that supposed to be attractive? You just electrocuted all the cages.
Right, like why would we at least I give the girls this credit. They're just like, yeah, no. First of all, don't take me to a dirty
Yeah,
zoo
that's
place.
what I was like.
Like, ew, I don't want to be down here. Unless you're gonna show me a cool animal, I don't want to be down here.
Yeah,
And apes aren't cool. I'm sorry.
that's why his friend almost got messed up. If that wasn't Caesar,
Yeah.
his friend's done.
Oh yeah.
Oh
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, like the chimpanzee, if you get grabbed through the cage by a
You're a
chimpanzee,
done
they're
deal.
not letting go.
No.
Yeah.
They've got you. Like,
Yeah.
But Caesar steals a knife, which was nice. Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, that's how he got
Yeah, he used
the
the
gorilla out.
gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. And then, as you said, he realized that he couldn't get the apes to really work together
Mhm.
the way he needs them to, unless
Mhm.
they are smart like him.
Yeah.
Which is how he got his plan to steal the 112. He stole it from James Franco's house, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
After his father died from. I'm pretty sure he killed his father.
He did not kill his father.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Okay, so
Really?
He
James
said
Franco.
because it didn't work and it sped it up.
But- right,
No,
he didn't
no,
kill
no,
his
no,
father.
no, 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 no. Here. Okay, so here's what happened. James Franco is like, okay, so 112 is not working anymore because the body is creating antibodies.
Yes.
A lot of times with these medicines, we use viruses or bacteria to carry the you modify their DNA in order
Mhm.
to carry it. Okay,
Mhm.
cool, great. So they used a virus for this,
Mhm.
and the body's fighting off the virus, so it's not working anymore.
Yes.
Mhm.
He said, now we need to use a more aggressive virus, which was stupid.
Because he said it also sped up his dementia.
Well, basically, the 5 years of dementia that he missed out on just
Came
was
back.
Alzheimer's. So yeah,
Which is okay, fine. I'm even fine with you're saying would a more aggressive one work, but you need to test this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they use it on Koba.
They use it on Koba, but he was going to give it to his father.
Yeah. Well, okay. So they use it on Koba, and it does make Koba better.
Yes.
But he used it on his father before he knew that.
He would know he
No, he
didn't.
didn't.
His
He
father
didn't?
said no.
Yeah.
And that's when
He
his
never
father
used
died. He
113
never used it
on
on his father. He
Oh,
was
I
going
thought he
to.
did.
No,
No.
he was going to.
Okay.
And his father told him no.
Oh, okay. All right, I missed that because I
The
thought
whole, literally, he really.
My bad.
Yeah, he never used
No.
113 on.
Yeah, his father was basically like, "Yo, we had a good run."
Yeah, it's time to go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Got you.
Which is weird because then he turns around and says, "We don't know how this is going to affect humans. You were literally going
About
to
to
give
give
it
it
to your
to
father."
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to that. First, let's talk about Franklin.
How
Okay.
your mask come off?
So while they're testing Koba or giving him the 113, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know, he like twitches or something, and Franklin's mask comes off. Bruh. First of all, I feel like they need more PPE for something like this.
Well,
Yes.
is it necessary to have this? Like, it's an aerosol, right? Why y'all all need to be in a room for this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
strap them down, leave the room, and then put the aerosol
Yeah,
in.
you don't need
I don't know.
the
Just put a
you don't
spray
need
can
the
in Koba's cage.
you don't need the ape handlers in the room with them.
You didn't need none of this. You could have just literally just induced it to Koba's cage. Why did you need to strap him down and take him out? Y'all wearing masks and stuff with this stupid Iron Man machine there, like you're getting ready to create Captain America. Just what are you doing? And sorry, Franklin, how does your mask come off? Was it not strapped to your face?
It wasn't on correctly.
Well, one,
Yeah.
you're not
And
supposed to have a
when that
beard
hap-
with those masks.
No.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to shave, get out the room.
Yeah.
Second of all, I still don't see how it comes off.
Yeah. And then thirdly, when your mask come off, you're in quarantine.
Yeah, I was like, how did just let this dude go home?
Exactly.
He inhaled a virus, bruh.
Y'all,
Bruh.
you supposed to be running every single test on that man to find out if
Yes.
he picked up anything. Then this
Yes.
dude snotting blood and stuff. You don't go
Yes.
to the doctor. Look,
Yeah, you don't say anything. You sneezed, blood came out, and then you didn't say anything.
didn't say nothing.
And then, and except for everyone, the only thing you did was, Franklin, you okay?
Yeah.
Bruh, no.
No.
We need to sit him down, quarantine, and test to see what's going on. Guess what? He's the first human trial since he was
right. Yeah, that's your first human trial right there.
It didn't make any sense. Like, someone cannot get exposed to a virus of unknown sources, and you let this dude go home.
If you're in the CDC and they dropped a vial of COVID and you're in the room, it's
nowhere.
like, yep, bruh, stop. You're going to stay here until we know you're okay.
You're not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm sorry. Look, I don't go to the doctor a lot, but if I start sneezing and coughing blood, I'm going to be like, something's wrong.
Yes.
I might need to,
Yeah, especially...
That's the line I draw on when it's time to go to the doctor.
Like, for me, I know, like, I have allergies, so it's like, I get nosebleeds when it's really dry. So I will get a sneeze with a little bit of blood. But
after I inhale a virus of unknown sources.
Yes.
And then I immediately snot blood.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you, if I do it more than once, I'm calling like, yo, something ain't right.
Just, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why you wouldn't do that? First of all, you know you got sick after inhaling this virus. And
you know what it is, bruh.
And you not once did you go to the doctor or call anyone that worked in that lab to say, hey, man, I'm really sick.
Instead of doing that, he goes to his house
without any protective equipment. I'm like, first of all, you sneezing blood, and you were gonna go straight to me.
So you gonna go to his house and tell him, like, oh yeah, I think I have a virus from.
You didn't call me, send me a text message, nothing.
Right. No, you go to his house.
You didn't call the group of doctors you work with. They're like, oh, he's been sick for 2 days. Is anyone concerned why this man is sick?
Especially since we know his mask came off.
Are we sure they're doctors?
They're idiots. They're idiots.
I mean, they all went to medical school, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Okay, so now James Franco is like, Jacobs is pushing to move forward, right?
Exactly.
With 113.
Which makes no sense.
Because Koba wrote Jacobs. Great. That's actually all. I get it. That is awesome, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. Can we do more testing, guys? Every time y'all see one ape do one thing, y'all like, oh my god, the world.
It makes sense. That's a complete reversal of what Jacob said at the beginning of the movie.
I'm like, oh my god.
At the beginning of the movie, he's like, we need to test this again. Now we don't have time for that. What do you have all the time?
Right. Yeah, there's no rush. There's no rush
for this.
Absolutely. So, and then now James Franco. It's like we need to do testing, and so that's exactly like you said. It was a complete turnaround. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, "What do you mean you need to do testing, James Franco?"
Yeah,
right.
You mean the testing you didn't do before you gave this unknown thing to your father? That James Franco? My goodness gracious! But he is right. You don't know how this will affect humans, so we need to do more tests. Exactly. Thank you. Can we do that? Can you at least get some human blood and like squirt some of this on it and something? I don't know. Like, so yeah. Well, they're going for it and they're making more of it. James Franco has 3 vials of it in his house because he's an idiot. Also, how does he keep getting away with stealing this stuff?
Well, my thing is, after your dad died and you didn't use it, you're just going to keep that in your refrigerator next to your sandwiches?
It's a virus. First of all, it's not in my fridge.
No.
Because it's a virus. Also, I don't want it in my house.
It's in the mini fridge in my garage.
But I will say this. I do know people who store stuff next to their food, and I'd be like, this is gross. Please don't put this stuff in the same food we put our fridge in. But people do it. So that's not that far-fetched. I personally would not do it, but I've seen it done.
Okay. No. I'm sorry. I don't want to store this unknown virus anywhere near me. I don't get a storage facility with a fridge or something. I don't know.
I at least have a mini fridge in my garage.
Yeah, definitely. But you're not using it anymore. So when were you going to get rid of this?
Yeah.
Or,
sneak it back into work.
Exactly.
So Caesar steals it and uses it on all the apes in the facility. Now, they use this point to insert the line from the old movies, which I think doesn't work. I don't know why it's such a famous line, and it not only probably sounded better in the 60s, but it sounds super stupid Now,
Oh, well, I think it was the wrong character to say it.
yeah.
Just like him, it was the completely wrong character to say it.
Get your paws off me, you darn dirty ape.
Yeah, I think one in the original movie, I believe it was Charlton?
Yeah.
Carlton Heston?
Charleston
Heston?
Heston.
Sorry, people hate me. I know. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So he says it in the original movie, and I think at that moment that's what had a big impact on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the random mean zoo guy who no one likes this dude, just for him to say the line just didn't fit.
Yeah.
Just didn't fit at all.
But then we did get the no. Perfect acting from Andy Serkis there.
Yes.
Great.
I'm sure a lot of people like that scene. I was a little indifferent about it. I'm sorry.
Well, he didn't talk, and you're like, oh, he's talking.
Now he's talking.
Now, I get, like, I mean, I'm not like, oh, wow, greatest scene in the movie. No, but I do get how it can be an impactful scene, at least for the characters in the movie, because, I mean, at that point, you might have looser bowels. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when animals start talking to me, I'm like, hey, bro, this your place.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, old mean zookeeper's brother or whatever, I would have been gone. I would because he was sitting there, and then I would have heard him say, "I'm like, okay, well, you know."
I'd have been gone in. First of all, old boy ain't got no face after he got slapped by Caesar like that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Just no way he survived a hit like that. Two, after the fight, I'm like, man, dude, especially since old boy didn't even bother taking a shot. You might as well just go home. Like, whoops.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yeah.
Also, okay, so the zookeeper guy dies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that's how that worked. I don't think that the water from that hose would have carried the current.
I don't care.
The floor was wet too, though.
They wanted to make it a way where it was that they were not directly killing anybody in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty clear. Outside of when Majid pushed the helicopter over.
Okay, I'm sorry. A lot of those people died before then.
Yeah.
But
they were getting tossed by apes. I'm sorry, they're dead.
But think about it like how, come on, dude survives a beatdown by Caesar. He doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
He only accidentally get killed. They purposely save his brother or whoever that guy is and just locks him away.
Mm-hmm.
Caesar stops Cobra from killing someone. They're going out of their way not to kill people.
Yeah.
Even though I agree, like the animal control guy that had snatched up one of those people, he was probably dead.
Yes.
Yeah, ain't no way. All them
but you
fence
see,
irons
the
in that
spears
truck
always missed him.
Okay.
Same thing. You threw a manhole cover through a police car.
Yeah,
Right.
I was thinking that. I was like, okay, all right. So the glass stopped that manhole cover?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think it did.
No.
I don't think it did. One of those police got like squished by a manhole cover.
Yeah, but like clearly they were going out of their way not to.
And that car is not still moving. You know how heavy a manhole cover is?
It's heavy.
It's heavy. I mean, can a gorilla throw it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so then we have the bridge scene. I don't know, what was their plan? I mean, I'm talking about the police. What was their plan?
To shoot them when they
Yeah.
got into sight.
Yeah, so
Because-
as soon as they got in the sight,
Because
they were
apes can't climb? Or did they not know that they were smart? Because didn't they tell them they were smart?
First of all,
No, they didn't know.
You don't have to be that smart to think that they won't. I mean, they're not blind.
Yeah.
So I think that some of them will just climb over you.
Yeah.
Just like, why would you assume that they're just going to walk in a straight line?
Yeah, I was like, so you think they're like, oh, they're confined by the bridge. We've got them.
Yeah.
Idiots. Like, what?
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure smart or not smart, they know how to escape.
Yeah.
So that was dumb.
So we got
But
that
I feel
scene.
like they would have just escaped and not attacked them, though.
Well,
If they weren't smart. I think they
yeah,
would.
but the thing is like what the cops were sitting on the end of the bridge talking about they're headed this way.
Yeah.
Every single one of them would not have been heading that way.
No, they would have avoided them.
Yes. Because they can see. And you know, animals have some intelligence.
Yeah,
I mean,
So-
after you see about 3 or 4 of them get shot.
I'm just saying, like they're not just gonna like just stroll towards you. That's just dumb. whatever their plan didn't work because
Also, why was Jacob in the police helicopter? What was the deal with that?
Because he was telling him they had to shoot the leader, and if he get rid of the leader, basically
there's no one
telling
them what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure how Jacob would have known that Caesar was the leader.
Again, yeah, because he didn't know about Caesar.
Yeah,
Plot hole.
He didn't know about Caesar. Yeah.
I did think of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Didn't work out too well.
Yeah, because if anything, he would have think the other one was.
Also, everyone in that helicopter is dead.
Oh, when he threw the chain?
Well, yeah, and it crashes. How does the gorilla die, but Jacobs is still alive?
There's no way Jacob survives that crash.
Oh, okay. Well, the gorilla.
Was getting shot.
Yeah, but there's no way.
Was the gun he was getting shot at strong enough to kill a gorilla?
He took a lot. He took a lot of bullets.
What kind of gun was that? Because it was a handgun.
It was, but he still took a lot of bullets.
All right.
I mean, it wasn't like he shot him twice.
There's a reason why they don't use a handgun to take down.
He probably emptied a clip in him, though.
I mean, it was a lot. I don't know. I don't know anything about guns or gorillas, so I can't say. But he did shoot him an awful lot.
Yeah,
that's true.
He didn't miss.
I mean, he did just jump right at the helicopter.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know, helicopter fly away? Just saying.
Yeah,
that
they're shooting at him. I'm like, yeah,
hey, that's
way.
always a movie trope with helicopters.
But
yeah, I'm like,
all the time they just
you can react quickly
and
going,
never move.
You don't move to the right.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, you took the time to get your gun out. I don't know, fly away.
Yeah,
fair.
Well, whatever. The movie got a movie, so
okay. So Caesar's mad because his friend died, and then so he allows Copa to push the helicopter over. I feel like Copa would have done more than that. But he pushes.
Doesn't matter. He killed the
but
guy.
they're smart now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And they escaped into the woods where he tells James Franco he's home. Yeah. I didn't need the last scene.
No.
But it's a start. And James Franco will now die from whatever disease he released out into the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically.
Great job, idiot.
Yeah.
And that's the Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cool. All right. So random movie facts.
Let's see. Is there anything we hadn't touched on? Oh, did you know that it was based off a book, the original?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a
no,
French.
I didn't know that.
It's a French novel that came out in 1963.
Oh, Le Rise of.
It is. The name of the book in English is Planet of the Apes. I don't know how to pronounce it in French, but it definitely is like lace something.
It's not a leap.
We lost all of our French speaking audience.
Right.
Anyone that speaks French. Actually, no one from France listens to us. We're good.
That don't mean no one speaks French.
Okay. Well, you're offended if you speak French?
You should, because they're going to be like, that means Planet of the Apes is easy to say in French.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but whatever. It was a novel written in 1963.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So there was a plan to create a sequel to the 2001 movie. But so even though it did well in the box office, I guess no one really liked it. So they're just like, yeah, let's not do that.
Given that I keep forgetting it's a movie, I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like watching this, I was like, man, wasn't there another one with Mark Wahlberg? And then like, maybe I imagined it, but nah.
Let's not do one with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. So then after that, that's when they decided to reboot the franchise and base the plot off of The Conqueror of the Planet. The Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, which was one of the sequels to the original movie.
Gotcha. Okay.
There were no real apes in this movie. Every single one of them was CGI.
Yeah, I'm glad. If I'm an actor, I'm going to be like, no.
But I think it's weird, like not a single real one?
No. Again, if I'm an actor and they're like, hey, we're going to have this, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I quit.
Okay.
Y'all haven't seen Nope. So now I know it's just
I'm not going to watch it because you told me there's monkeys in it.
There's not monkeys. There is a monkey.
Look, this
and
movie...
then there's a chimpanzee, which is not a monkey.
Look, this movie had enough ape.
And it's not the movie is not about that. It's about aliens.
I don't like those animals.
All right.
God, I didn't want to watch this movie.
You gotta watch it.
No.
Right.
No, this movie had enough to last me a lifetime. So yeah, and then in the original ending, James Franco dies, which
I mean, he dies anyway. He's not in the sequel, so
yeah, no. I mean, I'm assuming that he got dead by his virus.
Mm-hmm. You said in the original movie,
but in the original movie, he got shot.
Oh,
yeah,
by the police.
When
he was walking on the bridge towards the police.
That would make sense, right? By the I think in the script they was gonna have him get shot by the zoo guy, and they took that out. But then I think they shot a scene where when he was in the forest with Caesar, a soldier shot him, and he was trying to protect Caesar or something, and died.
Oh.
And I think they was like, yeah, that's also dumb. So didn't happen.
Yeah.
Either way, didn't care about James Frank. I don't even know his name.
Yeah, I still don't know his character's name.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't know. So nitpicks, we covered quite a few of them. Let's see, is there any nitpicks?
There were a lot. Idiot scientists do idiot things. All of this could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Like multiple times. If they just do like what do they call it? The scientific method. If they actually use that.
His name was Will.
Oh really?
Oh, okay.
No.
Whatever.
Okay. I really wrote Joe ?
What happened to getting stuff peer reviewed?
They never do that in movies.
There's never a peer review in movies.
Goodness gracious. Yeah. All right.
Oh, we covered all my nitpicks.
It was dumb.
Yeah. Stupid scientists.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. So we covered all the nitpicks. So then, are we ready to rate this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it watch while folding clothes. It's not a bad movie. I can't watch it more than once. But if you haven't seen it, I would say it's something to watch. You know.
I agree. Like I don't hate the movie, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I do think if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth the watch. I hear the trilogy is good. I have not seen the other
I do
two.
like the second one, but then again, I said I like the first one, so I'll have to watch the second one again and see what happens.
We will not be watching more of these movies, so.
We started a trilogy. We got to finish it.
And plus, I've never seen the War for the Planet of the Apes.
We don't have to finish. You know how many trilogies we started and haven't finished?
And we were going to finish them eventually, maybe.
No, we're not, because I'm the movie picker.
Sort of. I picked some of these movies.
Sort of.
It's
more like a vote.
It is not a vote.
It is.
It's not a vote.
It is
What do you mean? It's a conversation between me and Diamond. And then we decide on this, and then we tell you guys.
It's definitely not a vote. And the one time I gave you guys an option, no one voted.
Mm-hmm. So it's up to the board, and the board has 2 people on it, which is weird.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a watch while folding clothes too, but it's not. It's higher up there, I guess. Only if you haven't seen it. I have no desire to ever see this movie again.
I don't. Yeah. Yeah. But if you haven't seen it, I do say
it's fine. It's bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's just I don't know.
I'll give it a watch while folding clothes as well.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say if you watch it for the first time, you probably will say like, "Oh, it was a decent movie."
Yeah.
Second watch is really boring. I'll just have to say I was extremely bored yesterday.
Yeah, but I hear overall the 3 movies are good, so I know people really.
I've seen the last one. I didn't see the one in the middle.
I have not seen them.
I saw the one in the middle. That's what I was saying about Cobra. See, you learn about Cobra in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
It's less about humans in the second one.
Oh, that's right.
You know, like
I don't like this animal, and you're gonna tell me there's less humans in it. Yes, thank you.
All right, man. Cool. All right. Well, those were our thoughts on the rise of the Planet of the Apes. Maybe we'll talk about the other ones.
I think we should.
But let us know in the comment section below. What did you think about the movie? Was it scientists doing stupid science things and not actually sciencing anything? Probably. So say that in the comments. Also, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. And of course, we will catch you next time.